welcome to another Inside Lansing, where today's guest is Vivian Payne, the clerk of the Village of Lansing. Vivian, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me, Neil.
One of the big topics today is going to be the census.
Yes.
And I mean, a lot of people think census, they think population, that's all it is, but I'm sure there's more to it than that.
There is more to it. So basically, simply put, it is a population count of all of our 50 states, including the District of Columbia and then 5 U.S. territories. The census is done for a number of different reasons, such as mapping out our legislative districts. It helps accurately determine how many legislative seats there are in the U.S. House of Representatives for each state. But most importantly, what the census data does is it helps distribute over $675 billion per year to communities across the country for vital programs. So that's really, in a nutshell, what the census does is distribute those funds.
And that's a large chunk of change, and that
it
comes
is.
Part of that comes to Lansing because of that, right?
Exactly. And so for everybody that is not counted, our state will lose $1,400 per person, and the census is done
Per year.
And the census, as you know, is done every 10 years. So it's $1,400 per person per year over that 10-year period. So that's a lot of federal funding that we lose for everybody that's not counted.
So we want to try and get everybody counted.
We do. We really do. It's very important.
And as clerk, you're involved closely with this. Could you explain kind of what your position is here?
Sure. So I am the census liaison for the Village of Lansing, and I have formed our Complete Count Committee. And what the Complete Count Committee is we go out into the community and act as census ambassadors. Okay. So we educate the public on the importance of responding to the census, and we encourage them to respond. So we let them know that those federal funds are really important to our community and that everybody needs to be counted. So one of our highly undercounted populations throughout not just our community, but nationally, are children under the age of 2. So a lot of people think if they just had a baby, they don't need to count that baby, but it's important to count every single person. Yeah. Exactly, it's 10 years. So it's really important to count every single person. And so our Complete Count Committee has been very active over the last several months. We've got some great volunteers on the committee that go out into the community and attend various events, passing out flyers, promotional items, just letting people know that, even if you are one person in a household, you matter. And those dollars matter to our community, and so it's really important for you to respond. One of our big goals as a Complete Count Committee is to dispel false rumors about the census. So, for example, a lot of people think that if they respond to the census, they'll be automatically registered to vote, or that the Census Bureau will report, addresses of undocumented citizens and they'll be arrested. And those rumors simply are not true. Yes. Your information that is used when you respond to the census is protected by federal law. It's completely confidential and cannot be used against you by any other federal or governmental agency.
And I think it's good for people to know that, because people are very, they want to know that they're being trusted to, this information is going to help, and that I'm going to help and not actually be punished for that.
Exactly.
So it's
exactly.
good to know that people are
and so the data is used for statistical purposes only, and nothing else. So that's important for folks to know in Lansing.
So people are watching the show and maybe they're like, okay, great, I do want to help out. I want to be able to get my information out there. How can they, get their information there?
Sure. So between March 12th and March 20th, Lansing households will all receive an invitation to respond to the census in the mail. The Census Bureau is encouraging folks to respond online, which is probably the quickest and easiest way to respond. But as we know, not everybody has access to a computer or to the internet. And so there is also the option to respond by mail or by telephone. And for the folks that do want to respond online, we will have dedicated computers at the public library here in Lansing, or at the Village Hall, and there will be trained personnel at both of those locations to help walk you through the process. So if you're unsure about some of the questions or need help, getting through the process, just visit one of those 2 locations, and there will be people there to help you.
Sounds great. And we'll keep information going on the census up until it's over. And hopefully, everybody come here, check Channel 4 or check our social media accounts, and we'll make sure to get that information out.
Yes. Really quick, also, I wanted to mention about the census is there is a huge push by the Census Bureau right now to get folks hired for census taking. So when folks don't respond to the census, they'll get some postcards and letters in the mail reminding them to respond. Yes. And then if they don't respond to those, they will get knocks on the door from census takers encouraging them to respond. So there is a big push right now. They are hiring thousands of people to work for, during the months of probably April through July.
Okay.
To get people to, respond to the census. And those are good paying jobs. And so if anybody, they're just temporary jobs, but if anybody's interested, they can go online and look for those applications.
Great. So we are talking to you, the clerk, and we want to talk a little bit about what you do maybe here on a yearly basis or daily
Sure.
basis. So one of those topics we can go to talk about is village stickers.
Yes.
So I know that's coming up in a few months, and that's probably a very busy time for you. So what is your role in all that, and what do people need to know about them?
Sure. So village stickers, what a lot of people don't realize is our village stickers, everybody that actually houses a vehicle in the Village of Lansing is required to have a village sticker. So, for example, if you drive a company car that may be registered even in another state, or you're driving, your mother's car or, a parent's car, and they live elsewhere, if that vehicle is housed in the Village of Lansing, you are required to purchase a village sticker. So a lot of people don't actually realize that, but yeah, so sticker sales are coming up. They will go on sale May 1st, and they have to be displayed by July 1st. After June 30th, if you try to purchase your sticker, you will find that the cost has doubled. So buy your sticker before June 30th. I also want to encourage everybody to not wait until the last week of June to purchase their sticker.
Everybody always does.
They do. And everybody's been really great waiting in line, but you will wait in line for probably at least an hour if you wait until that last week of June.
I have before.
So so we encourage people to do it early, or even mail it in. Mail your application in with your check, and we'll mail you your sticker. Okay. So you don't even have to come in, or drop it in our drop box, your application along with your check, and we'll mail you your sticker. So to avoid those long lines.
So May 1st is when they start to go on sale.
They
and
do.
Try and get in as soon as possible.
Yes.
Before July 1st.
Before July 1st, yeah. And actually after July 31st, the price of the stickers triples. So get your stickers before June 30th.
Before June 30th.
Yes. Yeah.
And another thing that maybe people don't realize is that you work with the Beautification Committee.
Yes. So
and I know I see you guys out there all the time, like just helping to beautify Lansing, helping with flowers and potters and things like that.
Yeah, so I formed Lansing's first beautification committee in 2018 after I was elected clerk in 2017. And so we're just a group of about a dozen volunteers that just have a passion for planting and helping out and volunteering in the community. And so what we do is we plant all the flowers in the pots along Ridge Road, the pots at the Municipal Center, in front of the Youth Center, Fox Point we do, the History Plaza, we do all of those flowers for the summer and for the fall. And then we also remove those flowers. So it's just a great group of people. We have fun doing it, and we've actually saved the village tens of thousands of dollars. And I truly appreciate the hard work that my committee does on that. But we really enjoy doing it. So
you have like a passion for for gardening.
I do. I really do. I love gardening. Yeah.
That
I like being
green thumb.
outside. So quite honestly, I would rather be outside planting flowers than sitting behind a desk all day.
Well,
But
maybe not around this time of year, right?
well, no, not this time of year. But yeah, but we really enjoy doing it, and we like seeing the fruits of our labor too when the flowers, start to bloom, and so it's fun.
I know Lansing residents appreciate it, and I know seeing it out there and everything. It's nice. It's nice to have people who care about your community who give back. So.
Yeah, it's really important.
And I just want to finish off this with one more question. Finish
Sure.
off this interview, and just ask you. I mean, you've been our clerk for a few years now, and I just want to know. You've been here. You know what it's like. What do you love about being the clerk?
Oh, that's a good question. So I think one of my most favorite days of the year is actually our community cleanup day, which I started over 10 years ago and continued to do after I was elected clerk. So it's something that I actually started doing for the village quite some time ago. But I really enjoy organizing our cleanup day. I love seeing the difference that all of our volunteers make on that day. And I really like the challenge of trying to get more people out every year. Obviously, when we have good weather, we have a better crowd. So we've had in upwards on a good day with good weather, over 300 people come out for those 2 hours every April. And it's just one of my favorite days, seeing the difference that everybody makes. And we treat everybody to a barbecue after the 2 hours of cleanup. And it's just a really great day here in Lansing, watching all the different community groups get together and clean up our town. So that's probably one of my most favorite things. So our cleanup day this year is coming up on April 18th.
Okay.
So folks can mark their calendars and contact
Sign up.
me if they'd like to sign up. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, we look forward to it. We'll always be out there covering it. And Vivian, I'd just like
you.
to thank you again for being here. We're always happy to
Thank
have you.
you.
around.
Thanks for having me, Neil.
And thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more of our content, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.